Hello, this is an AI daily game that white won comfortable by 17.5. The Fuseki was quite modern and black overplayed a little bit in the early stage, then he got killed on the right side, then white just kept the lead till the end. So good to see a pretty convincing victory by white this time. Let's see the beginning. Very modern, the 2-space high Shimari, then obviously approach to prevent the second Shimari. And here, black didn't finish the Joseki. It's quite normal for black to play R14 because most of the times white will finish the Joseki with K17 or K16. So now black is Sente and he still got time to approach the lower left corner. Now, when black plays here E3 and white simply defends Kosumi, black can still finish the Joseki on the right side, so it's still good timing to come back to this and now extend for a base at H3 or choose whichever move he wants, like Sansan Invasion for example. But black went for a base on the bottom. Now white can think about punishing the top right immediately. So white decides to extend, which is also very large, but it's common to play the Tsuki at R15 now. Every time black doesn't extend R14, white should come up with this R15, then the block at Q16 threatening the cut, so black will either connect solid or hanging connection, like it happened in the game, but the solid is fine. Now white will no-B, black pushes, white no-B or jump. And even if black extends in the top, white got this thickness on the right side and can just play away a big point like C12. Probably white didn't like this variation to end up Gote on the right with a push and jump, even though it's a nice wall. And that's why white prefers to extend in the top. But here, you're just giving a free ticket to black to finish up the Joseki as well. Another way for white here is to play the Tsuke and then immediately Hane. So you don't always have to play the block on top at Q16. Now when you play the Hane, the variation is Atari, connect, defend. You can capture the stone in the corner, and in this position most of the time black will decide to leave in the corner, then you still have time to extend in the top. So that's a modern way to think about that punishment, Hane and double Hane. Now the idea with this Hane and double Hane, if black plays Atari and captures a stone, white will Atari and kill the corner. If black connects, you just ladder him out or down to the top. So, back to the original game. White extends, black plays away, Sansan Invasion, so black still didn't finish the Joseki, and there's still a chance for white to play that Tsuke. So white end up Sente here, very good. This Tsuke is not necessary right now. It's okay to be played, but there are other options like this Keima or the Hane in the corner and then inside cut at P2. So this will lead to other Josekis, and white can decide later. When there are three options here, so you have either Hane or you have the bump, I mean the Tsuke at O3, or you have the Keima at N3, you can just wait and decide later which one to play. So it's very delicate with the timing here, whether to play it now or to play it after 10 moves. So anyway, white play here, black no-B, black can also play the Hane or he can play the bump at P3. And usually in this position, white will still ignore and go for the Tsuke here. So white played the attach finally, so white is still going to punish black for that Joseki delay. And here again, white can think about S14, and it's even better now because white already got the stone at K17. So black will Atari connect, black needs to play this move. Now white can also play Keima to surround the corner, and when black defends, you just extend on the side to make a nice moil. But it's also very big to play to capture, because locally black is not completely alive. Black can run out, but even if he runs a few times, when the group gets surrounded, he still has a problem locally when white goes inside and removes the eye shape. So the proper move for black is still simply make eyes on the spot and don't worry about that in the future, but white can play away. So white played the classic way, then no-B and no-B again. The jump is still an option, because this jump, even if it leaves the wedge, you have Atari from the outside and connect, so the wall is just much more powerful for white, and black is still on the second line. But no-B is fine too. You don't want to let black play the Hane and come on top, so this is okay. Now black jumps in, white plays a cap. Actually white can play R11, so make sure black doesn't connect under, and then when black approaches the wall, you have the Hane in the corner and play a hanging connection. But something like this will happen in the game too, so we will check the variations then. Also for white, it's very big to play on the left side, c12. That's usually the spot you want to play against the high 2-space Shimari. So we have a cap move, black plays a 1-space jump, then another cap move, so white obviously is going for the center, but this is very comfortable for black, and black can play another 1-space jump, white needs to cover, and then black can link under, like this, or black can descend first. This is a good move for black to prevent the Hane and other combinations in the corner, and when white separates, he can connect under. So that would be the most easy way for black to escape on the right side, and super powerful too. So black is coming a little bit too close to the wall. Now white Hane, this is very good, and white is preparing the cut at p2. If white cuts p2, black will take the stone on the side. White can connect here, black needs to connect under, like this, or capture, and now white will put pressure on the bottom stones. But it's very good for white to connect s4, or actually s5, because this is threatening the cut at p2. So black will probably play one Atari, but he needs to go back and protect p3, or as he played in the game q2, but it's even better to play p3, because now he can also cut at o4 next. The thing is, once you play s5, you can jump s7 or s8 and connect underneath. So s5 can help you more in reducing or taking away the base on the right side. But if black panics and he blocks s6 or he connects under s13, then white can use p2. Now this Hane still works, even if it's 1, 2, 3 in the corner, because when black cuts, you capture. When black plays the Hane, I mean the clamp on q2, you go Hane under and he still cannot cut because he puts himself in Atari. So that's a good combination to think about. It's the same like s4, but with s5, you have a nicer follow-up on the side. Now black was supposed to play p3, and then of course white needs to jump out. Then black will play other moves to stay safe on the side. This would be the proper way. But black decided to make I shape like this, and this doesn't impact the stones on the outside so much. Now white takes away the base, and white actually was a little bit lucky here. Yeah, black shouldn't block. Black should play this kind of move. Now when white comes out, black should take care of the cutting points and secure while going out. Now if white connects under, black jumps out again, and all of a sudden this group on the side in the lower right corner is going to die. So this is a better deal for black. The way black played, black missed the liberties count, so this is all forced, and black is captured. But in fact, black can play Atari here and now connect under by capturing 4 stones. But in this case, white wants to squeeze. So this can happen. Throw-in is not necessary. Atari, I guess black will connect. And then there's a cutting point on the outside. And in the end, white can play here and force black make 2 eyes. This is very painful. Alright, so we have a little miscalculation by black. Black played Atari here. Now white goes out with Atari. And white should Atari again. It's good to Atari one more time and then capture the stones on the side. Obviously black will still use this move and you got Atari. If black goes out or he captures a stone, you separate and you kill also the right stones. Now this way, black can Atari on top first. Anyway, he's losing the stones on the side, so at least he's using them to get more forcing moves and then capture here and make a Ponuk in the center. But again, he can lose the stones on the right side as well. So this was a really good catch for white, but it's good to play one more Atari here while let black play this Atari. But black never played it. And he was supposed to. But if black doesn't want to play that Atari right now, he should keep it as a co-threat. Anyway, this is black's privilege. Then Hane and double Hane here would be better. Because here, white should really pay attention. I mean, if white plays an Atari like this, for example, and then he pushes instead of connecting solid, then it's a problem because black can throw in, Atari from behind, Atari again, and capture everything. So these kind of close fights can be always troublesome, but black has an illusion here. He's got 2 liberties, white has 3, and when he extracts the stone to the first line, he still has 3 against 3, but white plays first, so white will win the race anyway. And now, he never got to play the Atari from the center, because he played the moves inside, and everything is going to be trapped. And here, black can play the double Hane, so Atari here is still going to work, but white can capture like this, or can capture inside. In fact, it's good to capture the stone, so he makes more points, because inside those are captured anyway. But black should double Hane and push along, because he still threatens Atari, Atari, and so on, and then catch this stone. Make more thickness into the center. Anyway, black push, white pushes from behind, no again, and now white is centered. White already got a very spectacular territory on the right side with those captures. This push I will still play, not to allow black the Atari, and then even Hane. But now it's big for white to play a move like c12, or put some pressure on the bottom here, and then extend on the left side. Playing this suke, it's not really necessary, because once you approach c12, you can either play that contact move at d16, or c16 and connect under, or just c15, so there are more options in the corner. Anyway, it's also a possibility to try this move, but white is not desperate. White has a very good position right now, so this can ruin the top a little bit. Atari, counter Atari, that's a strange move. Black should take right away, and when white connects, now black will attack the left side, for example here. Then white has to secure this corner, so all of a sudden black can go for a moyo here, and some potential in the middle. Playing this Atari feels good for white. White captures, then Atari under. White starts a ko, but it's not even necessary. It's okay to connect, because there are many cutting points in black's formation. If black connects here, now white cuts like this and captures the stone. If black plays the connection here, white has Atari, Atari, go down and jump, or extend, black takes and Hane, so you switch around to the left side, that's also good. If white plays a hanging connection, then you Atari on the right side, and then you can use the Hane, Atari, and push to make a base on the left. So actually, you don't really need to fight the ko. It's good enough to connect, because this kind of ko can be a pretty do or die ko. So black captures, and if he captures again, the position is super thick. So now you really need very big ko threats. Well, that's quite large. I mean, if black takes again, you will kill the corner, and then even if black plays some Atari here or double Atari, you don't care about that. So obviously black will answer, then you take back. Now he plays the Atari, but it's a pity he lost the other forcey moves. If he didn't play any of these forcey moves earlier, he would have more ko threats here. So you take, that's good, because if you take here, he has another Atari on the first line. So yeah, white is not greedy, he's just taking the stone, the group on the right, to leave less ko threats. But black still has a throw in and many more. So now let's see, put some pressure here. Now actually this move black can ignore, so he should take the ko. Because even when you go down, black can live in the corner. He can play Hane, then hanging connection, connect, because he's threatening the cut, then play Kosumitsuke in the corner. If you go down or Hane, he will go up, then just play the 2-2 point. And it's alive. When you play here, he makes sides like this. And when you play here, he can play this one. And again, it's like the L formation where black played first. So black could live in the corner, therefore he can allow the cut, because removing or eliminating the ko in the top left is much more powerful. And right now he doesn't have to do the life immediately in the corner. He can still damage the top or extend on the left side, and when white adds another move to make sure he kills the corner, he extends again. So with these 3 moves on the left side, black can get all that territory for giving up 1 stone in the corner, where it's like 15 to 20 points for white. But white already had some stones there. Besides, these stones around the thickness, they are in jeopardy for white. But overall, it's still a good game for white. So black answered, white takes back the ko, throw in. Yeah, black has many threats. This is also not so big. So again, black can just give it up. White plays here, no big deal. Black can extend to the left and now put some pressure on those stones. So black keeps going with the ko. And he's soon running out of threats. And now no more threats, so actually white won the ko. Spectacular. But here, black should pull back. Now, if white has more threats, white can play Atari, which would be spectacular, because if black connects, white goes Atari, black goes down and white connects. And now this will ruin black position even more. But white also didn't have any other big threats, so white decides to connect. Black connects too. That makes sense, because if black pulls back here, white will Atari once, block in the top, and then protect against the cut. But black's formation on the left side, it's much stronger. Playing like this, white can use c15, but not immediately. It's good to approach first at c12, and then it works to Hane. So in this case, black needs to double up like this or like this, and white can extend on the left side. So in the end, this was a successful co-fight for white. But white just protects against the cut. It's not really that big, because if black cuts here, you can Atari and push and still fight, because you're strong in the middle. When he comes out, you run out and so on. But being a good position, it's also okay just to defend and keep it safe. So for black, the proper move is one space jump here, or Ogema, or an extension all the way to c8 or c9 to put some pressure on this group on the bottom. Then white needs to play this. Then black will try to take away the I shape and answer like this. Eventually, white will play another move and black extends back. So this is a better deal for black, so black can build the left side. Playing this jump in the middle is trying to reduce the potential in the top, but here black can always turn. And white has to answer inside to keep the group dead on the right. And then this move is not necessary, he can play on the left. Because when white plays a Keima, anyway, black jumps in from the other side. So playing this move, it shows black's concern about the center and the potential in the top, but it leaves a big extension on the left side. White is playing very cautious. It would work to play c10. Actually, it works to push here because of the cuts and everything. And now c10. But yeah, this is safe. This leaves c11. And if black plays other moves, white can go c12. But anyway, it's good for white. Let's see. Nobi here would be nice. And on the left side, it's unclear if you want to play the Tsuke, but this is just cautious. Black wants the bottom. Now you should really play something from this direction, because it's obvious that when he plays here, he wants to enclose the bottom side. So if something like this happens and you play away and he plays also this and jumps, he builds a lot on the bottom. So if he blocks the bottom here, you come from the other side and sacrifice one stone, but you're already in the middle. That increases the top, but not so much. I mean, he can go this, then he can push once and peep and play a Keima. So in the end, h14 just remains a neutral point. Okay, something like that almost happened. So he wants to push and cut, Let's see what happens if white plays away. Black pushes, white jumps, black wedge, Atari, connect. And on this cut, go up. It's fine, you could ignore. Also, when you defend, you can defend with Kosumi, you can defend with the other Kosumi, or a double up here. So on the push, you block, on the block, defend. But fine, you don't want to risk anything. I got it. That cut was a bit too much, because there is no real agi around m8, so black won't come around, and when you jump like this towards the bottom, everything can die, and black just builds more by killing that stick. So the cut was too much, and it's not even necessary. You should come from the bottom side. I mean, sorry, first here, Sente, and then from the left, just a cap move. And then Hane, then bump, then hanging connection. Keep the stones connected to the left, but also erase the middle. So this was risky, but in the end it worked out fine. Wow, that's even dangerous for black now. Yeah, incredible. Black needs to play something around here to keep the other stone safe. But he's trying too hard to kill everything, and then he almost killed himself. Yeah, white is out. That's fine. More catch. It's proper for white to play here, not to allow the peep. That was good. Keep everything connected. Here it's better to play Atari. When black Atari connect, when black plays here, you have everything in center, and you also make some points by capturing that stone. And now, normally instead of this, you want to go inside, but the problem is he can push, then cut, then come out, and the center has an issue. No eyes anymore. So yeah, I gotta keep connected. Ah, that was good. This is also important. Ah, yeah. This block doesn't work. Normally just Nobi. And then after push, Atari, connect and defend again. On this move, black should cut instantly, and if white connects, black captures a stone. So that's punished. If white captures here, black will Atari. If white connects, black captures everything. So the only way for white now is to fight a ko either with double Atari, and this ko it's already a gain for black, or to Atari from the outside. Because when black connects, white can connect. But again, black will take the ko. So Atari, connect. That's good for white. You can also play a throw in, then block, then Atari again. Or throw in one more time, Atari from the outside, and even cut, because now black needs another move in the corner. How is the center? Dead? Yeah. Wow. If that happens, it's a disaster for black. Oh wait. It seems that white could cut on the left side anytime. Ah yeah, this d15 is staying or hanging there for quite some time. Okay, that's preparing a snapback. So black should connect here eventually. Huh? Yeah, there is no Y otherwise, because it's a false eye at f11. Okay. Here, white can block, Atari, black connects, white connects. So it's exactly upside down. In this corner, you don't have to go down, but in the top, you had to go Nobi. Because every time you see a situation like this, where you have to block or Nobi, you gotta read what happens if your opponent cuts. Now, when he cuts, you take. And if he wants to Atari from the outside, he puts himself in Atari. And if Atari is from the other side, you connect and there's nothing going to happen. So when Atari here, black needs to connect, and then you protect against the double Atari. And this can save 2 more points in the corner. But in the top, you had to go Nobi. But anyway, big win for white. Capturing a stone here is 2 points in Gote. Playing this Atari can give 2 points in the corner and then capture 2 more. I mean, D1 is going to be another 2 points. But white can also push inside. So when black connects here, this is just 2 points Gote for black. Then white can push inside again. Or Atari like this. So you don't have to take this stone right now. When black blocks here, he makes 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Plus L5. Almost 5 points with this block. And the capture was 2 points. So you better play here. If he plays 2 points, you push, he plays here, you play Atari. Or he plays this one, you connect, he connects. But you destroy 4 points in center. Unbelievable, white never cut here. Because this is completely false and he only has 1 eye. And there's nothing else to do. If black plays here, you can double Atari and catch 1 stone. Or you can Atari from the outside, he connects, you connect. And it's dead. This move, this eye doesn't exist. So that was another big catch and force your opponent to resign. And it still works to cut here. For black to survive, he should always connect back to d15. I think both black and white missed that this eye it's false. And it was sitting there for a long time. Because obviously, both black and white are playing 1 and 2 points moves. And nobody cuts. This is also not necessary, so you better cut and kill the whole thing. And now, yeah, black finally connected. Yeah, impressive. But anyway, it didn't matter. With or without that tail, white was leading big, so complete victory for white this time. Congrats on the win.